Let's stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, good morning. We need a motion to approve the agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve the agenda dated April 6th, 2020, as presented.
I'll second that.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. We have Ron Loomis, Commissioner Ron Loomis on Zoom, so that's the reason he's not here. Let's go ahead and approve the minutes from last week.
Yeah, they looked okay to me.
I had no corrections.
Okay,
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we approve the minutes for March the 30th, 2020.
I'll second his motion.
all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, we have Shaylee from the County Health Department giving us an update at this time. Shaylee?
Perfect. Good morning. We have 9 total confirmed cases in McPherson County as of 9 o'clock this morning. All 9 are recovering at home at this point. 5 are related to a group home facility. 2 are related to cruise ship travel, and then 2 have unknown exposures at this time. We are making contact with these cases frequently, and we're also reaching out to their contacts as well. KDHE and the Kansas Department of Emergency Management are really involved with the current situation, and they're giving me and Julie direct guidance at this point. I'm very thankful that they're involved because I think we all agree that this is probably just the beginning for all of us. KDHE does have a new mapping tool that provides details on the total number of cases along with the demographics of those cases, like age and sex. It's kind of funny to see because for a while the average age was 20 to 44-year-olds for the state of Kansas. And so people were talking about how that age group is the most resilient and think that this can't affect us. So it was ironic to see that that was the highest number of cases. Now it has changed to, I believe last night it was 50 to 60-year-olds was the highest. So I think we'll probably start to see it creep up into probably 65 and above, just as more people are tested and we get more results. Let's see. There is still a lag time, so the information on that mapping tool isn't always the most up to date. Depending on the time of a new positive case, KDHE may get it updated before I get anything updated locally. So Friday or Saturday, whatever day that was, one of those days that was the case. KDHE it was like perfect timing where they could put up their update that we did have another positive, and it just took me a couple hours before I got all that information gathered. So there was a little bit of a disruption there, but we still at the health department are getting reports of concern from the public regarding individuals and then businesses that aren't following the state order. Each report is being handled case by case, and then local law enforcement has been involved as well if needed. There is guidance being updated by the state about self-serve drink machines like at gas stations and other facilities. So us at the health department are being told that these need to be shut down and are no different than self-serve salad bars or buffet lines, which makes sense to me. Once I get the official documentation from the state, we are going to reach out to all the facilities that we know that have these services, just so they know that if they haven't shut them down already, they need to be. Hopefully that will free up some of our time of phone calls of saying that stuff is open when it shouldn't be. And then this wasn't clarified in the original executive order from Governor Kelly, so that's why it's taken quite a bit of time to get some documented information from the state on it. One last update. Initially, the health department was rescheduling non-essential appointments that were scheduled for any time before today. We have moved that date out to April 19th. And so at that point, I'll reassess again to find out if we need to continue to reschedule the non-essential appointments. I think it's safe to say we probably will have to continue to move that date out further, but at the time being, we're sticking with the 19th. So some essential services that we have continued to do has been like tetanus shots, because people still continue to get injured during this time. So it's really important for them to come in and get that. Our doors are still going to remain locked with signage posted that they need to call on arrival. Our electronic health record that got approved, the training was supposed to take place at the end of April, and Friday I postponed that training for a later date. Of course, because of that, our go live date is also going to be pushed back. We were initially shooting for May for go live, but that's probably going to be a month or two out, even beyond that. I am currently working on grant quarterly reports. That date has been pushed out to April 30th. I am super lucky to have Hillary, my assistant, right now, because she's continued to work on preparing the documents needed for that. Unfortunately, the world outside of COVID has continued to spin, and I think we're all used to that. Starting today, McPherson County is responsible for getting specimens to Topeka. I am coordinating that process, and I will reach out to my list of volunteers when that need arises. People who are not county employees will be paid a flat rate to cover their mileage and their time, which is what we discussed last week. Other than that, that's all that I have on my end.
Okay, that was my question, Shaylee, how that was going with the transportation of these samples. So looks like you have it all figured out.
Yep, I got a good list of volunteers, so I'll just work my way down a volunteer list once I get notified that something needs to go.
What about you, Shay? Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, Shaylee, is there a common thread among all of our people as to, I know you said 2 were on cruises, but is there a common thread as they were all went to a particular area that's kind of common to them or not around town, or what?
So 5 of our cases are related to a specific group home facility. So we're working on trying to figure out what was the initial exposure for that facility. And then, yeah, like you said, the 2 of them were on a cruise ship, so they had known exposure. And then our other 2, we're still working to find out where they were exposed at. The state's helping us navigate those waters, because you kind of just open up a big can of worms when you start asking people to look at what they've been doing for the last couple days since they had symptoms. So
Wow. Okay.
Shaylee,
All right.
as far as the numbers being tested, is that changing week to week? Is it increasing, staying steady?
It is increasing. So the KDHE website has our numbers being tested through the state posted, and they update that every day as well. I have noticed they're anywhere from 10 to 20 cases off from what they're reporting. And the reason that is because the private labs that are getting used, there's some lag time before they get that information. So their numbers are just a little off. But yeah, we're increasing the numbers every day of people that are getting tested. And I've been impressed with the local hospitals being able to get supplies and be able to provide that, because I know it's really important.
Mm-hmm.
Shaylee, what about your workload? Are you able to handle it yet, or don't hesitate if you need additional help? I mean,
yeah, so far I'm okay. I know I'm starting to look at the county budget stuff as well, and Hillary's been helping me with that. So nothing like the first time to get it right, huh? With all this going on. Yeah, I think I did increase my hours. I think the last 2 weeks I'm at least at 190 hours. So
well,
new record.
don't hesitate to ask if you need some additional help, Shaylee.
Okay, perfect.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
So any other questions from the commissioners?
Yep.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Shaylee.
guys. Yep, have a good
Good
Thank
day.
you,
luck.
Jaylee.
Uh-huh. Okay, let's go ahead and, is Under Sheriff, Skylar Christians, is he available?
Good morning, gentlemen. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you, Skylar.
Yes, I am here and available. I have a PCN to present for a Jason Moen. Once you guys find that, let me know and I'll continue for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have it here.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, Jason Moen, he was a certified law enforcement officer starting in 2018. He's originally from Wisconsin. We'd like to see if we can make his effective start date as the 20th. Like I said before, he is certified. So we were blessed with that opportunity to get someone that's a certified officer.
Well, it's always nice to have that experience already, isn't it, Skylar?
Yes, it is. It'll drastically increase our time to get him on the road since we can shorten down his FTO period.
Any questions from my commissioners?
No, I don't have anything, I guess.
That's good to me.
Looks fine.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve the PCN on Mr. Jason Moen for the new employee hire effective 4/2020 as presented.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Bye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Skylar.
Thank you, gentlemen. Good to see you.
Thanks,
Take
Skylar.
care. Okay, let's do checks and claims, accounts payable.
On page 7, Tussa Consulting, $4,617. What? I guess why are we paying Tulsa Consulting for the surveying of the site?
They don't do the actual surveying. This is just their site location for both Roxbury as well as Canton. And they're looking at every one of those sites before all the infrastructure goes up. As you know, the Roxbury site will not have any infrastructure placed on it until after we get a clear title to that property. But Julie's sending the stuff to them on a routine basis, so they're
Okay.
reviewing everything.
Okay.
We did last week, I think it's in here. May not be in here. It's a wire transfer. It'll be on the next one. They did have a 30% payment, approximately 2.25 million for the 3 sites, which are Mound Ridge and Lindsburg and the McPherson sites and the Roxbury sites, but they have all the equipment for the Roxbury site. It's just they cannot deliver anything nor build anything on that site as of yet.
Okay.
And then you would have 30%, then you only have a remaining 30% payment left on that contract.
When will you make your first payment out of the lease from the bank?
That one took place Friday.
That was it. Okay. All right. I don't have any other questions.
Okay, we did have a small batch there. You saw that also.
Yep.
And then also at encumbrances and witness checks. Okay, if there's no more questions, I'll entertain a motion.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve the checks and claims, accounts payables, encumbrances, witness checks. What am I forgetting? Payroll.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, we had no ads and abates. Should pretty well take care of everything we had. Pretty short agenda. So, Ron, we'll let you get back to work.
Oh man, I'm busy.
The other thing we was talking about, work session next week.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on that, Rick?
Commissioners, my suggestion is you just follow with the regular meeting, do the regular meeting, have Tom at the end of the agenda, and then you could just say it'll still be recorded and so forth, but you would just say that you're going to go have a work session beginning with Public Works. It would still be recorded. Citizens can watch it at that time, or you could just have Tom present items that he wanted to present, and if there was then a motion to approve it, it would just be part of the agenda. So I guess it's really up to the board if he's going to present stuff and have stuff in your packet ahead of time. You can take action on it. Typically, if it's a work session, the board doesn't take action on anything until the following meeting and discusses it at the following meeting. So I guess I'd leave it up to the board to discuss. You just want to, I mean, you can always postpone it. You can always say you want to take it under consideration for a week or two.
We may still be in this situation though a couple weeks from now.
We probably will be.
So I guess my preference would be probably do something next week. Doesn't matter how we do it.
Just place Tom at the end of the agenda and then just go in.
How do you feel about that?
I can come in next week. That's not an issue.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to keep everyone with their distances.
Would we just meet up here if Ron?
Ron, you just come in without having Tom actually here for a work session, Commissioner? Is that what you're thinking?
No, I just saying if I need to come in for the work session, I can. I can just come in for the whole everything, or if Tom is going to do it from his office and we just do it like we're doing right now, that's fine with me.
I think everyone prefers that the department heads do just use Zoom from their office.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He can have all of his information in the packets. Anything he wants to discuss in the work session, he can have in the packets.
I think that'd probably be the safest way to do it for now, Ron.
Okay, I'm fine. I like this.
Yeah, I can kind of understand that.
Saves
Okay,
on gasoline.
There you go.
There's nothing else on the agenda. I guess I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.